we can't jump there. We have to go all the way down the bridge. Taking a quick loot. Yippee-ki-yay! Get some more wards. Stay still, damn it. You. No. Saw item now. It vanished. Okay. To the forest of myth. You know, personally, I feel like they really wasted the ultimate usage of the bull heal. By the way, speaking of bulls, we're gonna want to kill the one up here. Now, here's a true test of how much stronger you should have became by now. Yeah, look at that. Shitloads of damage. Yeah, if that ain't a good example of how much stronger you became, I don't know what is. Nope. What's fucking bull? No, it vanished! Fuck you all. It was literally right there. That pisses me off. That could have been at least 400 gold from something up to like 1,000, depending on what it gave. What a piss awful. Well, it's storybook time, kiddies! Now, like I said, I don't think there was anything new. Actually, now I think about it, I think there's an option to even skip it, actually. I think. I don't know, my memory just doesn't seem to be quite there with it.
This is the village from the dream. Yeah. Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again. I hear you.
Good luck with that.
Ah.
I believe the residents will still talk to you also. We still talk to you now. And basically, yeah, we're back into the whole dialogue thing. So now is probably a good time to talk a bit more about stuff going on here. So basically, this tree, here's something interesting about this tree. There was I believe it was like an art book, one of those big fancy expensive art books, and it expanded on Nier's story even more with an additional ending. This ending actually takes place, I won't go into great detail about it yet because it involves the last ending of the game, but I will go into it a little without referring to that ending. Basically, this tree has the power to, like, reset this whole, like, experiment that's going on. So, in this additional ending, basically our heroes go and try to stop this whole program. And that's about all I'm gonna go on now. Like I said, that going any more would spoil the last ending. And we'll go more into that. But, sadly, as far as I'm aware of, there ain't a lot known about this tree, really. It just holds memories, and it's more than just simply a tree, obviously. But it does make me wonder, like, there's a lot of different, you know, there's a lot of interesting theories and stuff you can make in Nier, because it doesn't explain everything. Like, where the fuck is the Shadow Lord's castle? How is this tree like some weird supercomputer? It's like the guy from Xenoblade. I'm not gonna mention names, because that would be a spoiler, and I wouldn't want to spoil that, but, you know, if you played Xenoblade, you know what I mean. I mean, really far into Xenoblade 2. But, it's like, what the hell? I mean, I've read a lot of different theories, and, like, one particular theory is that the environment we're living in is, like, all kind of like a little bubble. Which kind of goes into the idea that the Shadow Lord's castle is either underground or something like, basically it's kind of like Etna Odyssey, where the old world got buried underneath the newer one, if you're going with that theory. But, you know, the game never outright explains where the fuck the Shadow Lord's castle is. Is it in the sky with a cloaking device? Is it somehow underground and yet there's a sky anyway? It's like, do you somehow get teleported really far away and you're never told? It's like, so up in the air, you know. So up in the air. So I think now would also be a good time to talk a little about the novel. And again, I do not know the novel by heart. I only know little parts of it, and I'm probably not incredibly accurate on it. So if you would want to know yourself, I would look up the translation of it. But basically, after what happened at the end of Drakengard, basically the Legion, which, you know, all the mutated, horrifying babies and shit, the Legion basically was whipping off into a fucking new dimension of death. Like, it was fucking going horrible, and the novel basically covers the struggles of mankind versus the Legion, which basically was ending up like Drakengard, where we were losing, basically. And that's why stuff like the whole mansion, Emil and his sister, and other experiments, that's what they were crafted for. To my understanding, Emil is actually in the novel, and he doesn't have memories of it. Also, the shade that's possessing Kaine is a very prominent figure in the novel, too. He's basically some kind of rebellion guy or something. Or thief, I can't really remember exactly, but he basically, like, kidnaps Emil at some point in the story, if I remember correctly, because he's, like, a super powerful weapon, but basically, Emil's main purpose, while in the game would lead you to believe it was to stop his sister, and that might actually be it. Like I said, I'm not 100% familiar with, you know, every form of dialogue in the novel. But he was basically used to stop the Legion, like, on a massive scale in the novel. And, like I said, the novel covers the whole fight with the Legion, because the Legion don't exist anymore. They're gone. They're dead. All that remains is the magical, corrupting powers that were between the Legion's mother and the dragon, Angelus. The wards, the black skull, the weird magical powers, they're all linked to them. It was basically like a disease. And that's what Grimoire Weiss and them are kind of like etched with. And I was a little inaccurate about the books. The books are now being used to unleash the plan of the Shadow Lord and the Shades. But originally, the books were actually apparently a different attempt in fusing the soul and body together, which didn't work out properly. So it kind of has an, a mixed, they were doing lots of experiments. It was this shitloads of stuff they're trying to do to stop all these weird things happening. I mean, it basically just doomed. Just doomed, and doomed. So, at this point, we've seen that Shades will apparently have thought and can think and can strategize, but Neil continues to refuse to acknowledge that. The Shades are just trying to live, Now, of course, not all Shades are good, and neither are shells, there's the evil and good ones and shit, But Neo I really feel like Neo's ignorance to understand the Shades in any way, or, to even remotely consider them at all, it really just reminds me, like, on my main channel, I did a video in reply to an interview that Cradle had, where he basically said that Neo was inspired by 9/11. And, there's a lot of weird things about that. For one thing, do you know when Drakengard 1 came out in Japan? September 11th. Neo's birthday, September 11th. It's really weird in a way. But basically, Neo kind of reminds me of that ignorant type of person who just, one thing happened bad, and then it's like that entire organization, that waste, that thing, they have to all die. It's kind of like just like the brother's younger brother, he saw a robot, so it's like all robots need to die, all of them, not a single one should be spared. They all whip them, tear them, kill them. It's it's really just a shame. Oh crap, I haven't even been paying attention. Was it Queen? Oh shit. Do I have to go through all that again? Oh wow, do I really have to go through all that again? Oh good lord. Well, that sucks. I don't remember that either. Of course, I don't know if I ever got these wrong before, actually. I think it was blue. Oh. Well, anyway, we'll hopefully getting back to where we were. If we get back. I believe it was blue. Must touch it, but must connect. So I think the whole dialogue here with trying to touch Neo in that, I think it's supposed to symbolize the soul and the body trying to connect. That kind of emotion. But, who the hell knows? Though, it's also interesting to note, though, you know why Drakengard 2 is really different from Neo and Drakengard 1? It's because the director of both titles actually didn't have anything to do with, it didn't have anything to do with Drakengard 2. God damn it, wasn't that one either? Ah. I don't want to read everything again. Man, let's see. See, I need a number. 3. Okay. Moving on. Yeah, that's the last one, because the next one's about Angela. Now that's an interesting memory too. Why does the tree remember about Angela? I mean, you know, the whole like dragon falling out of the sky thing's pretty bizarre, you know. Wait, what? I picked blue, didn't I? Didn't I pick blue? What the hell is going on here? Don't tell me that random. I hope they're not random. Look at the memory. I need a color. Deep green. Wow, they actually will change. Okay, his is green. 3. Green and 3. Hey. I definitely am looking for the Draken God 3, and I will be talking about some of Draken God 3 stuff, my ideas. I've already talked about them some. So yeah, there's a random element here, so I guess you gotta pay attention. Who knew? 3. Time to kill it once and for all! Waging ignorance! Go! Grab the key! The world's falling apart! Everything's dying! You know, though, I really do find this whole kind of segment interesting. Yona. Anyway, let's get back to the real world here. Fade away, darkness! Yeah, it's really odd. So I don't know if the villagers are saying anything.
Huh?
No. Sorry. Don't really have a lot of time about stories. I think a lot of people... Well, that was weird. I jumped and just bloomp right into the ground. Let's go speak. No. Hopefully we'll get the letter for the desert area, and then I can do some farming off screen down in the brother's place.